So I met Ray on the south side of Fort Worth, where he was living in a landscaper's house where about 8 or 10 guys might be at any one time, and you could always smell marijuana, you know, alcohol, whatever was there. And I'd go over there and witness sometimes, and sometimes I'd get to talk to guys, and sometimes they would not want to talk to me at all. And but Ray agreed to come to church with us, and I got him. I picked him up for church, and that day we had another young couple that I'd met in similar circumstances in the back seat. And as we pulled up to that old commercial building where we met for church, the guy in the back said to Ray, he said, "I think I know you." He said, "Weren't you in number 5?" And I believe Ray said, "No, I was in number 7." And kind of went through my mind almost immediately. They must be talking about prison cells, and that was the case. The guy in the back and his wife made a change that day, got married, got back in touch with their folks, went home, got a job. I never saw them again. It was really success. Ray came to see me, and we had conversations. And sometime not long after, he showed up in a brand new truck. Uh, One of his family members had gotten him on at General Dynamic, and he had a great job, making really good money straight off the street. Bought him a brand new truck and just riding high. And then I saw him again, maybe a couple of months later, and he was walking. Had no money, no truck, no place to stay. We fed him supper, fixed a place on the couch for him, and at that time I had a German Shepherd dog called Ebony that I could point across the room and say, "Go make friends," and she would go over and let them pet her, and then in a minute she would look around at me like, "Is that enough?" And that would be it. And but that night I just had a kind of a bad feeling about it, and I didn't let him make friends with Ebony. I just kept her away. And when we got ready to go to bed, I had built a room addition on the back of the house, and my kids were up front, and he was asleep on the couch. And when I got ready to go to bed, I said, "Ray, if you get up in the middle of the night, you need to call my name, or Ebony's liable to get you," because she really loved our kids, and she was very guard dog oriented. And so I put her down beside the bed, and I slept all night with my hand on her back. And if she moved, I was awake. It was just how ill at ease I felt with the whole situation. And in the morning, we had a cup of coffee, and Ray went his way. And I didn't hear anything from Ray again until about 6 months later. I got a collect call from out of state from a prison in Florida. And turned out that Ray had gone off on a drunk with another man, and he claimed innocence, but in that drunken stupor, he really didn't know what happened, and a woman was raped and murdered, and he was in prison on a life sentence for rape and murder. And I thought about that many times over the years, how God gave me that dog for that night and gave Ray an opportunity to hear the gospel, but he said no. So I would just say, while you have the opportunity, make sure you say yes to the Lord.